grew up in LA, I didn't really see a lot of other Black people. I would always joke that I grew up in an everything but Black environment. So I grew up in the San Fernando Valley majority of my life. And I had a lot of friends from different cultures, and I knew how to get along with people from different cultures. The only thing is, being a first-gen immigrant here, I didn't really know much about Black American culture. When I got to CAU, I just had a feeling where it just clicked. I saw a lot of students like creating and doing different things, and everybody seemed like they had a purpose, like a set thing that they came down there to do. And I was like, well, I want to be a part of this. And that was my first instinct in my life, really going with my gut.
We have found the transfer agreement with the California Community Colleges to be one of our most successful partnership agreements, by far. And what's the difference? What is helping it to be so successful? The students from California, because they're making such a major life decision to transfer from California all the way here to Georgia, they are just more intentional. They are more mature, they're more certain, and they're more focused.
So I called my mom. I was so nervous. I called her and I was like, I think I'm moving to Atlanta. And my mom, I'm first gen, immigrant. My mom's from Ghana. And she said, so you hate me? And I was like, this actually has nothing to do with you. I think I'm really gonna just take a chance and see what happens if I move here. Going to CAU and seeing the different types of beauty within the Black community, it really gave me a different sense of confidence. Getting that reassurance that there's space for what you look like, there's space for your existence here, really empowers you in a different way. When you do go into the quote unquote real world, you're not really unshakable.
Students here in California were having, and still are having, trouble with finding their identity in a lot of our PWIs, or our predominantly white serving institutions. And so I just thought they need that additional entree so that they could consider maybe it's an HBCU where I can really not just grow academically, but personally, mentally, psychologically. The project is open to any student. And we've had some Caucasian students, Asian students, Latinx students that's taken advantage of this project. And so it's not just about a Black experience, but definitely our focus is on, as we address the data, as we address the numbers in California, we look at issues of student success, we know that continues to be a group that we need to support, and we need to create opportunities for success.
The program, it provides that tangible transfer process. So students know, okay, if I have this specific GPA, if I have this amount of credits, this is where I can go specifically. So it gives them really kind of a roadmap. Not only the roadmap, but the support along the way to make sure that they get from community college to HBCU, and even from HBCU to graduate of an HBCU.
The HBCU transfer program gave me an even wider network of people across the world and across Atlanta specifically that I could turn to and get support. But having Ms. Helen Young check in on me and say, hey, are you good? Just checking in and hoping that you're okay. I mean, that's transformative. I'm still cared for. There was a tribe of people on the West Coast that were really rooting for me and encouraging me to keep in mind what I've done to get there.
We began to recognize we need more support, and that meant financial support. But I also began to think, I want political support. I had some connections with then Senator Holly Mitchell, and I made an overture to her to say, can I talk to you about this project? Can I tell you what we're doing? And she was super receptive and saying, absolutely.
So in talking to Helen and learning about the program and meeting some of the students when they came to Sacramento, I was clear that it was a valuable program that had been piloted, that I felt deserved meaningful support.
She said, I love it. I stamp it. More importantly, she said, what money do you need?
I talked to my colleagues in the Legislative Black Caucus and used my bully pulpit, quite frankly, as budget chair to really elevate it to a point where it could get the attention of my fellow colleagues in the legislature. when we consider the number of community college students that go to HBCUs, but then come back to California, to make California their home, or come back here to attend graduate school, but really is an investment in California's future economy. And so that was the way I think my colleagues understood it.
And so she said, this will become a part of your permanent budget. More importantly, we began to realize if we could politically, in an advocacy role, begin to push our agenda, we could potentially have a bigger impact. So we joined forces with Amend. We joined forces with Emoja.
It's really about building coalition, each one reach one, and everybody kind of, figured out how to use your own superpower for good to reach out and talk about the value.
Through this advocacy that the three organizations pulled together, we were able to now have a budget of $1.23 million per year for this project for the next 5 years, so a little over $6 million.
No, my mother does not think I hate her. She's actually very happy for me. She's like, you made the right decision, and I'm happy that you're hard-headed and did what you wanted to do.